I genuinely have a problem. I'm supposed to be taking a nice, relaxing 4-week break, and I can't seem to do that. My mind is restless, and all I want to do is get on here and make some progress. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I've done that. You can probably tell by my levels down there that I've done a little bit of something off camera, and what might that be, you may be asking? Well, my sword. I've replaced it. I put sweeping edge on it, because I was tired of not having sweeping edge. I enchanted a bunch of swords, combined them all, and then I finally got the perfect sword. And I've put the original up on display in the trophy room. Just over here I have it on display. I'm supposed to be taking a nice 4-week break, but my mind is restless, and ever since I've started my break, I've done nothing but think of this world and some future videos I could be making. What are we gonna be doing in this episode, you may be asking? Well, we're gonna be focusing on some little things. I don't really want to build in this area. Well, I do and I don't. I want to build like a park somewhere. I know that. So I'll probably build a park over here and go into like, I don't know, around about here, take it that way and make a nice park in the kingdom. Let's see how big that would be. That'd be a good size. You guys can't see what I'm imagining, obviously, but it'd be a nice sized park. I want to take a break from the rich area because I'm did run out of ideas for this space. Oh, also, you may notice that everything looks slightly different, and that's because while watching B-dubs, he mentioned that he used better clouds, and I was like, wow, I want my skies to look like that. I've always thought that since I've seen B-dubs' recent videos and how his Minecraft looks. I'm like, man, that looks so pretty. How does that look prettier than my Minecraft and I have shaders on? So I tried to replicate his Minecraft and it didn't work. It took me all day just to install the replay mod, which I'm finally using. Oh, I can use Lightmatica now. Wow, that just hit me. Anyway, alright, so I want the park's border to be like somewhere about right here. Come out, bring it all the way to the flatter over here. Alright, so that'll be the border of the park. How big is that? That's pretty big, it's pretty nice. But now it is time to, I'm gonna start clearing out all this stuff and whatnot, like the grass, and kind of flattening out this area a little bit more so we get a nice rolling hills feeling, and then I'm gonna start planting like custom trees. I think I'll even have this go off to like a custom little cliffside right here. I think that'll look nice. Yeah. Alright, let me gather up some materials, then I'm gonna start that. Alright, that is a nice rolling hill that we have here. There's still a lot of work to do. We've got to light up the underneath, and we've also got to figure out how these sides get to the bottom. Probably going to make those rolling hills as well, and maybe this will be part of the cliff that's going to come along this side. I'm not for sure. We'll see, because this is kind of like the cutoff of the kingdom, so I might just leave this side blank for now and come back to it in the future. But as for over here, we've got to connect it up to the ground, because this is a little distracting, just a little bit. We can have the cliff come over here, and then we can connect all this to the ground and make it a little steep, a little rigid. So we'll do something like this. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and lay this out. I'm not gonna time lapse it. Apologies as I try to grasp this whole replay mod thing. Alright, I will see you guys in a bit. Now check that out. I think that's looking a lot better than it did originally. We've got the hills rolling down and connecting to the actual ground itself, and then we've got this area left open for the cliff face, and then I still have no idea what to do for that area over there. And that area underneath is infested with mobs. Call me good times with Scar, the way I terraformed it didn't light it up underneath. I'm sorry, Scar. Please don't hurt me. There's still some things around here I'm noticing and changing up a little bit. FreeCam has really been helping me with this. FreeCam is the other mod I installed. I installed Replay mod and FreeCam, and I know FreeCam is one of those mods that everyone can't really seem to agree on whether it's cheating or not. I like it a lot. It helps me step back and look at a build, and it's been really useful for this. But now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna place this over here with all my shulkers and stuff, and then I'm gonna grab a shulker of stone, cobble, and andesite. Not in that order, but yeah. Well, it was in that order, but you know what? I don't have to explain myself to you. Shut up. I've only got one box of it. Tough. Words are tough. What I'm thinking is we go from tough to cobble to andesite to stone, and that'll be from the base of this, and it'll be like, I need to light this place up, but it'll be like coming out and over the water, sort of like meh. If you can imagine that. I don't know what that noise was. I'm gonna go grab some stuff to light up the underneath of there, and once I've lit that up, I'm going to start doing a little time lapse. Yes. Alright. I'll see you guys in the time lapse, I guess. And as this time lapse is going, I wanted to talk to you all a little bit because I've noticed that the main series doesn't really do good on the channel whenever I upload it, so I wanted to take a moment and talk about that for a second. If there's anything that you all watching the videos consistently want to see more of, like my creative process when building something or when coming up with an idea for something, or even more time lapses like this, please let me know. I'm actively looking for ways to improve my videos all the time. With this series, I want to keep the quote-unquote comedy aspect of it, as well as the fast pace of it and the builds of the series. I want to keep all of that as like the main focus, so it holds your attention and it feels like you went on the journey with me building whatever we built in the episode. And I feel like it hasn't really felt like that in the previous episodes, because I'll just build something, be like, alright, I did this, move on, say what I'm about to do that, be like, alright, I did this, and then keep doing that throughout the entire episode. So please let me know if you'd like to see more time lapses and stuff like that, as again, I'm still actively looking for ways to improve this series, and this is one of the ways that I have found. And I'm still trying to get a grasp on using the replay mod, as it's something that I'm not really used to. It's very finicky for me. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but I find it kind of difficult to learn, and I feel like I just need to sit down for like a few hours and try to figure out how to use it in a way that I feel comfortable with. Another way that I feel I can improve the series and my channel overall is by sounding more enthusiastic. I've found in my videos that I don't really sound that enthusiastic. Even though I sound tired and just done with everything, which is something I need to work on, because I usually record pretty early in the morning whenever I wake up or when I'm low on energy, and I'm trying to not sound dead inside 24/7, and if you can tell, that's what I'm really working on right now. Like I said, if you can think of anything to help improve the series or the channel, let me know. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you, that was kind of scary, but it turned out so good. I'm sure even without the shaders on, this would look amazing, because I put a gradient in there with the tuff and the cobble and the andesite and the regular stone. It just looks, that looks good, like the castle in the background and everything. Wow. Now the only thing is, we've got to turn it into an actual park now, with a pathway connecting up from this pathway, winding into our park, going over to probably here and all the way through. Of course, we're gonna have some trees around, stuff like that. Just gotta figure out a few designs for them first. So I'll be back whenever I figure that out. Alright, so I'm back from a little bit of a vacation, and I've done a lot of work since I've recorded that last clip, because I recorded another clip but my microphone was sadly off. First of all, check it out. I got a new cape, the 15-year anniversary cape. I've also got the Twitch one. I did not get the TikTok one because icky TikTok. But I have done a lot of work. So the island that was there in front of the cliff side that I built is no longer there. I just decided that it would look a lot better if I got rid of it, and I was right. It does look a lot better now that it's gone. Like, look at that. And I've also laid out the pathway for the park, marked it all out, and there we go. That's what it's looking like. And I've also got some benches laid out at the end of these pathways. I've also got a fountain right here, looking pretty nice. And I've already started work on a tree that I think will look good. I've also probably noticed it down on my inventory. Gone and gathered some more stuff. You're probably wondering what that is, and I myself am wondering that too. Just kidding. It's some spruce logs, some spruce leaves, some birch logs, and there's birch leaves in my inventory, as well as some more spruce leaves. I'm gonna go through and sort these out. I know it looks like a big shulker monster, but I assure you, I know where everything is. This right here is my wooden stuff I'm currently using. These are my leaves. This is like dirt and stone, I believe, yes. and then over here is random stuff that I got from lining up over there, and then right here, these are 2 empties, and then this is just what I put my extra stuff in so I don't lose it. Well, I think I'm gonna get started on this tree right here. I'm gonna see if that looks good and if the scale fits for what I want, because I think it might be too big. Maybe, I don't know, because what I want is like small trees here. I want it to go like up in a kind of a wave shape, so we have small trees in the front, medium in the middle, and then big trees in the back, so it pushes the castle and the mountain that it's sitting on a little further back and makes it feel more grand. So that's what I'm trying to do. I haven't tested it out in a creative world, so even I have no idea what this is gonna look like, but hopefully it turns out good, and I'll see you guys when I've got some work to show. And while this time lapse is going, I'm going to yap again. I'm sorry. So I've been thinking about a few big changes for the channel, and I wanted to get your all's opinion on them because I'm still unsure of whether or not I should go through with those changes. One of the changes I've been thinking of making is changing the name of the channel, and the name would change from Creeperpg 101, which stands for Creeperplanks Gaming 101, to Reaperpg 101, which stands for Creeperplanks Gaming 101. And I feel like the name change would better suit me and the channel's content overall, but a lot of people have said that they don't really like the name change because Creeperpg is nostalgic, and I want you all to look past the nostalgia of the name and tell me if you think it's a genuinely good change for the channel, if you think Creeperplanks Gaming is a better name for the channel and what the channel stands for and all the content and me overall. Because I think it does, because we do a lot more than Minecraft, and a lot of people have said they don't really want to sub because they think I do only Minecraft stuff, when that's not really all I do. I do horror games sometimes, I do a lot of random games. You know, it's not only Minecraft, so I've been thinking about changing the name from Creeper to Reaper. It's really just removing the C when you say it, but you know, you spell it differently, all that jazz. Ignore the voice crack, I'm very sick. But let me know what you all think in the comments down below. There's going to be another change, and that change is going to be a little bit of a change in the content. So, as I'm sure you all are aware, I like doing art. I have a lot of drawings that I've done, and recently I've been thinking about changing up the way my main character's wife looks, but that's not important. I'm not talking about that right now. What I want to talk about is I've been thinking about doing some animation kind of videos, and you all seemed to really like that with the video I did where I was talking about the girl from the coffee shop. And yeah, I really liked making it. I liked the way that it looked. I liked the response that I got from it, and it just made me feel good overall and made me like, wow, I could do something that I actually enjoy and people will like it. So I've been thinking about doing some more animation type of videos. So if you want to see stuff like that, please let me know, because I'm definitely going to try and do that a lot more, even though it takes a lot of effort. I already have a video in mind that I could potentially do, but it's gonna take a long time to do. But with that being said, let's get back to the video. I've gotten a little bit of work done, and by a little bit, I mean maybe a lot of it. During the process of recording this, my power went out, and I thought I had lost the world and it got corrupted. Thankfully it didn't. It did mess up my time lapse though, but I did record a little bit of it for you all. But yeah, this is what it's looking like so far. I know it looks like a mess right now. That's just because a little far away and stuff is kind of just like blending together, or maybe I'm just terrible at building custom trees. That's definitely probably it. This is what it's looking like so far. We've got a bunch of custom trees right here, and it's really kind of thick and dense with bushes with the mangrove leaves. We got some oak trees, we got some pine trees, we got a boulder in here, we got a bird bath in here. I'm really liking the way that this is all coming together. It has a nice feel to it. It has a nice vibe to it. I know you all are just watching a video of me doing this, but I hope you can feel the vibes in this area, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't. Right now I'm working on this area back here when you're first entering the park, because I wanted this area to be dense in the back and sparse in the front, and that's what I'm working on. So I went ahead and started with these thick and tall pine trees, and then transitioned into the oak trees over here. And I'm not that great at building these ones, but I am trying. The pine trees I think I'm pretty good at. I had a creeper explosion here, but we don't talk about that. Alright, it is a bright and early morning here in the Nadoria Kingdom, and I have done a lot of work off camera by accident. And what do I mean by accident? Well, I was sick and I logged on pretty much every day and was just like, well, I'm not going to do all that much, so I'm not going to bother recording at all. And then it ended up being a lot of work, and eventually I finished the park. And this is what it looks like. I think it looks phenomenal. I love the feeling of walking through here. Every single tree is custom hand built. It looks amazing. This has got to be one of my favorite projects I've worked on, because while yes, it was tedious and annoying sometimes to build these trees, mostly these ones here, it's turned out so good, and I love the way that it feels. I added these cherry blossom trees around here because I really thought the center of the park would benefit from that, and I've also added like some cherry blossom petals, like leaves in the water as petals. And I did the same thing over here in this frog pond, and I was told to add like a frog pond because it would look good, and I agree, it does look very nice here. Got 2 frogs here, and I've made some custom lily pads with some warped trapdoors, some brain coral, I think that is, some brain coral fans, and some lily pads. And I did the same trick with the cherry leaves in the water. And we've also got some fish in here. We've got 2 cod and then a salmon, and the salmon is named Fred for a little throwback to season 3 of Creed and Craft. And of course, we've got bird baths around everywhere, and we've got benches, we got pathways with fence posts and torches on them, and I wanted to make this area kind of still dark at night, so what I did is I added moss with torches underneath because I thought that would work with my shaders. It doesn't, but it still looks really good. We got some bushes with the mangrove leaves and some tall grass. We've got some stones dotted around, and I just love the vibe that this place brings to the kingdom, and it really makes the castle feel like it's a lot further away than it actually is, because just look at that. That looks so much more grand. Even back here, when you're standing at the base of the mountain and looking up, like this tree specifically, like, I love this view. It really just makes that castle feel so much bigger and further away than it actually is. I've also added some bees in here to make it a lot more lively. What I also wanted to do was add like wild parrots flying around here on leads, but I didn't know if that was a good idea or not, so you all let me know. And I also thought about adding some rabbits around here on some leads, but again, I wasn't sure. I felt like maybe that would have been too busy with the bees and all that, because I already felt like this place was considerably busy, especially here in the front, because I made this area intentionally dense and then kind of made it less dense as it went on, and I had signs placed for like what was going to be dense and what areas needed to be sparse and all that. But yeah, I feel like this has turned out really well, and you all let me know what you think in the comments down below. But I am really happy with this park. It feels amazing to walk through, it looks amazing, it brings so much life into this kingdom, and let me know if there's anything you want me to add, like the parrots or the rabbits or something like that. But with that being said, this has been a long project that I've been working on, and you've probably also noticed it as well, because I forgot to mention this, but I did texture the sides of the mountain around the castle finally. I mentioned it before, but it was in that clip where my microphone was off, so. But yeah, the mountain is completely textured all the way around, and I have some plans for next episode. Next episode is going to be on the new update that's coming out. Yeah, we've got some plans downstairs as well on what I could do in between the time that it takes for the update to come out, because for me right now, I've got 2 weeks until that comes out. But down here, where the smelting room once was over here, I felt like there wasn't much to it. It was very lackluster, so we're gonna decorate this room, make it look very pretty. I don't know what to make this room, so if you guys have any ideas, let me know in the comments down below if I haven't figured it out by next episode. But yeah, we're going to build the new smelter room this way, and it's going to look a lot better. I've already started messing around in my creative test world of what it's going to look like. With that being said, thank you all very much for watching this video. If you did like the video, be sure to leave a like. If you want to, subscribe to the channel if you've not already want to. Creeperplanks1. We'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. I mean, it looks so good.